Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're kind of doing something we're calling forensic conversationalism.
Forensic conversationalism. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, we're looking at the source material, and honestly, it looks like basic language practice stuff on the surface.
Right.
But when you actually dig in, it's just, wow, it's packed with structured advice and, real life strategies. A gold mine.
That's a great way to put it. These conversations, they seem casual, but they're actually like structured debates, almost arguments, really.
Exactly.
So our mission here is to pull out those core arguments fast, the good, the bad, the advantages and disadvantages, or as the source actually calls them, the merits and demerits.
Right, merits and demerits, across 4 quite different topics, all about human priorities.
Yeah, we're going to look at how these chats reveal what matters to people, where we live, who we love, even how we learn.
And we're moving quick, covering big things like, village versus city living, right down to dealing with a tough breakup, and even tips for improving your English.
So if you want the shortcut to understanding the key things to weigh up in big personal choices, well, this is the place.
Okay, let's dive in. First up, that huge structural question the sources tackle. Village life versus city life, the great debate.
Right. Let's start with the village appeal. What are the sources saying makes it attractive? Thinking about, the feel of it, the social side.
Okay, yeah, unpacking that. The source is really clear on the vibe. More peaceful and closer to nature. It's a sensory thing, right? The aesthetics. But what I found interesting was the way they talked about how people interact, the social dynamic.
Yeah, that's central. The main idea for village life seems to be community, interdependence. They actually say people are generally more friendly and helpful.
And it's not just a feeling, is it? They specify people have closer relationships with their neighbor.
Exactly. And crucially, there's this point about people being more likely to support each other in times of need.
So it's like a built-in social safety net almost. If something goes wrong, your car breaks down, maybe, or you need help watching kids.
Right. The help is right there. Local. It's less about formal systems, more about personal trust within the community.
That tight-knit thing. That's the big merit then.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But there's always a flip side. The clear disadvantage they point out is, well, access, infrastructure.
Right. The source says facilities are not as advanced as in the city.
Which is the main demerit.
And what does not as advanced really mean today? It's probably more than just a longer drive for groceries, isn't it?
Oh, for sure. It likely means less specialty stuff, like specialized doctors, maybe fewer higher education choices nearby, maybe slower internet, less reliable public transport, things like that.
Okay, so the quiet life, the peace, it comes with a trade-off. Convenience, choice.
That's the balance. Now let's flip it. The city. If the village lacks choice, the city is pretty much defined by it. The sources paint a picture of, like, constant opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. The city is all about breadth, isn't it? Education, jobs, entertainment, just way more options.
Loads more. But the key strategic advantage, according to the source, is about growth. Personal growth through exposure.
This is where it gets interesting. It says the city gives you more diversity and exposure to different cultures.
Right.
And the source explicitly says this helps to broaden one's perspective. That growth element seems like a big pull, especially for, say, younger people or those in certain careers.
It is a big pull. But, we should probably ask, is that view of diversity maybe a little simplified? Because the city also comes with some pretty intense downsides mentioned.
Like what?
Well, the big ones are it's more crowded and polluted. That hits your daily life, your health, right away.
Fair point. That pollution, the crowds, deafen demerits. And that ties into the social side again, but in the opposite way to the village.
Exactly. In the city, the source notes people are more independent. They tend to rely on themselves more.
Which sounds good, maybe? Freedom?
It can be. That independence offers anonymity, which can be great, but it can also easily become isolation, can't it?
Yeah.
If you're used to that village vibe where help is nearby, the city might feel a bit cold when you suddenly realize, you're on your own managing everything.
Okay, so summing it up for someone trying to choose where to plant their roots, what's the bottom line?
Well, the source basically concludes it's super individual. You have to figure out what you prioritize. Do you want that quiet and simple life with strong community ties? Or do you want the fast-paced and dynamic life that's all about opportunity and new experiences?
Makes sense.
And the source adds a nice final thought. Maybe try to find a balance if you can. A smaller city or maybe a large village that's got decent resources, seeking that middle ground.
That's good advice. Okay, so once you've figured out where to live, maybe the next thing is who you share it with. Which brings us to the next topic, pets.
Ah, yes. Pet ownership.
Let's use that structured language again. What are the main demerits, the potential negatives that the source brings up when someone's thinking about getting a pet?
Okay, the cautious friend in this chat lays out 3 main concerns. First, just the sheer effort. Pets are a lot of work and responsibility. Simple as that.
Okay, workload. What else?
Second is about your stuff, basically.
Mm.
The mess and potential damage they can cause. Chewed furniture, accidents on the rug,
Yep, familiar concerns. And the third?
The third one is interesting because it's about health impacts on others. The risk of causing allergies or other health issues for some people.
Oh, that's a thoughtful point. It's not just about your house, but thinking about guests, roommates maybe?
Exactly. It makes the decision bigger than just you. A dog, for instance, affects visitors, maybe neighbors, if it barks a lot.
Fair. The responsibility is high. And that work and responsibility bit also implies cost, right? Vet bills, food.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Big long-term costs. That's a major factor against the emotional benefits.
But then you have the merits, the upsides, which are pretty powerful too. That's why it's a dilemma.
Right. The number one merit mentioned is companionship. Pets are just great companions.
And they help reduce stress. That's a big one for many people.
Absolutely. And in this specific chat, the person wanted a dog partly for that loyalty and affection, that need for connection.
Yeah, unconditional love. Okay.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Plus, there was that self-improvement angle, too. Getting a dog would be good motivation to get more active, too. Getting out for walks.
Okay, but let's push back a bit. The advice given is that the mess and damage can be managed with proper training and care. Does that really solve the problem? Training takes time, money.
Yeah, it is a bit of a simplification, maybe. But I think the point is that these issues are manageable. They're not insurmountable.
So it's about mitigation.
Exactly. While dogs do need a lot of attention and exercise, the risks can be lowered. The solution isn't necessarily avoidance, but investment time, training, research into breeds, whatever it takes.
So the core advice is?
Do your homework.
Yeah.
Really think about all the factors of the time, the money, the lifestyle changes before you commit, even though the emotional payoff seems great.
Makes sense. A structured way to think about it. Okay, let's shift gears again. Completely different scenario now. Moving from life choices to immediate emotional support.
Okay.
We're looking at a conversation about a really difficult breakup. Infidelity was involved. Someone feels totally lost. What practical advice does the source offer? What's the structure?
Right, this is sensitive stuff. The advice follows a kind of 3-step emotional first aid plan, you can say. First, focus inward.
Inward, meaning?
Take time for yourself.
Yeah.
Focus on things that actually make you happy, not the relationship. Concentrate on your hobbies. Basically, reconnect with yourself.
Okay, that makes sense. Pull the focus back from the ex, rebuild your own identity a bit.
Exactly. Then, second step, after that internal work, is lean on your external support. Spend time with friends, family, people you trust.
Right, get stability perspective from outside when you're feeling shaky.
And the third piece, which is crucial here because of the cheating, is validation.
Validation.
Yes. The friend gives this really firm reassurance. You deserve someone who treats you right and doesn't cheat on you.
Ah, okay. Taking away any self-blame, that's important.
Hugely important. Sets a standard. And then there's the longer-term view offered the classic idea that time heals all wounds. Gives a bit of hope for the future.
It's actually quite a complete little roadmap, isn't it? Validation, then perspective, then concrete actions like hobbies and friends.
Yeah, all wrapped up in what seems like just a supportive chat. And the underlying goal is clear, too. Find someone who loves and respects you for who you are. Don't settle for less next time.
Wow. Powerful advice from a simple conversation. Okay, one last shift. From emotional work to practical skills, specifically improving English speaking. What's the main takeaway from the source on how to get better?
The core strategy is beautifully simple, really. The best way to improve your speaking. Just use it. Speak more.
Use it or lose it, basically.
Pretty much. If you just study passively, you won't get far with speaking. You have to actively engage.
Okay, so how do you force that active engagement? The sources had a couple of specific methods.
Yeah, 2 main ones. One is kind of internal, continuous. Talk to yourself in English during your day. Narrate what you're doing, thinking.
Like a running commentary in your head, but out loud.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
Or even just silently formulating the sentences. The second method is external, opportunistic. Look for chances to actually chat with people in English. Even small interactions.
Okay, talking to yourself. Maybe feels a bit weird for some people, though I see how it works. What was the other tool they mentioned? Something more structured?
Ah, yes. The really interesting one was recording your own voice speaking English.
Recording yourself. Why is that so powerful?
Well, it offers a couple of key benefits. First, confidence. You listen back and you might realize, hey, I actually speak English better than I thought.
Oh, interesting. Like bridging the gap between how you feel you sound and how you actually sound.
Yeah.
That positive feedback could be really motivating.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially if you're shy about your accent or fluency. The second benefit is mechanical. It helps your pronunciation.
How so?
The source uses this great analogy. Speaking a foreign language is like a physical workout for your mouth.
Ah, I like that. Training new muscles, new sounds.
Precisely. And recording lets you hear the specific sounds you're getting wrong, or could improve. It makes pronunciation practice less abstract, more like, well, physical training. You hear it, you correct it.
So you become your own coach, in a way, turning listening into active correction.
That's the idea. You use the recording to train those vocal muscles until the right sounds become more natural, more automatic.
Okay, that's a really practical, actionable tip. So looking back, we've covered a lot today.
We really have. From big life choices like city versus village, thinking about the social trade-offs,
To handling tough emotions after a breakup, with clear steps for recovery.
and even getting down to specific techniques for boosting confidence and pronunciation in language learning. It's amazing how much structured advice is tucked away in these everyday chats.
It really is. The variety is quite something. Simple conversations holding complex strategies for living.
People are constantly analyzing, weighing merits and demerits, even when just talking to a friend.
So here's a final thought for you, the listener, kind of building on that recording tip. If just hearing your own voice objectively can boost your confidence, make you realize you speak better than you thought, what other parts of your life, maybe big decisions or stresses like that city versus village dilemma, or maybe how you see your own ability to handle a challenge, what might look different, maybe better or more manageable if you just paused to objectively kind of record and look at the actual facts of your situation?
That's a great question. Like maybe you already have more resources or capability than you realize.
Exactly. Sometimes the biggest insight comes from just noticing what's already there.
An excellent thought to end on. Look inward, trust the process. And thanks for diving deep with us today.